The bunch said, "Don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing." Of course, love is a beautiful thing, and he who finds a wife has found a good thing, as well as she who finds a husband has found a good thing. Don't get it twisted. Marriage is a beautiful thing, and if you have a husband, glory be to God. Congratulations in your life's journey. Okay, so in this video, I want to discuss about the types of men that you shouldn't even consider in marriage when you want to settle down, when you want to marry. Don't just jump into any kind of relationship or courtship or whatever you call it in the name of marriage just because you want to get married. Do not just accept any kind of man into your life for marriage. Before you get married, know that marriage is an institution that you never grow out, you never graduate from. Okay, so you continue to learn and you be in that marriage till death do you part. That's what they said in your creed. Okay, so marriage is supposed to be forever, for better, for worse, till death do you part. So if you want to consider yourself marrying someone that you wouldn't have peace of mind, that you're not enjoying this kind of bond you are into, you should consider it first. Premeditate on what you want in a man, what kind of husband you want to get married to before marrying such person. Okay, you don't just jump to any man just because you want to get married and just marry like that. Do not let society pressure you. Do not let society to pressure you into marrying who you don't like. Okay, because there are some marriages that are, in fact, these days divorce rate is very, very high. It's skyrocketing. Many people are divorcing because of one thing or the other, because of different family issues, family problems, their personal relationship problem. So before you get to choose this one person, know that, be sure that this is whom you are going to live your life with forever and ever till that do you part. So you need to make the right decision before doing that. Okay, so in this video I want to give you some kind of men you shouldn't even consider in getting married to. Okay, bad characteristics that some men possess which you shouldn't consider when you want to get married. Do not mind this kind of people. Do not jump into making bad decision that would affect you in future. So you need to look out for the warning signs. If some of the signs you can tolerate, then good for you. The ones you cannot tolerate to, you know what you want in your marriage. Okay, so you compare and contrast before. But before you do that, make sure that it's not every man you should be chasing out in your life just because you want a perfect man, because there is no perfect person on this earth. Nobody is perfect, but the ones you can tolerate, you can consider those ones. Okay, so if you're interested in this video, please do not touch that dial and please subscribe to this channel, as I'm begging you always. Okay, because your subscription does matter to me, and let's continue to grow this channel. So the first kind of man you shouldn't consider in marriage is the man who cannot make decision on his own. There are some men that when push comes to shove, they don't know what to do. They are just confused. They can't give a good reason, a good idea at any moment. They need to consult people. This kind of men, they shouldn't even get married, because your marriage is at stake. He cannot decide anything for himself except you. If you don't do anything, if you don't say anything reasonable, he will not. Okay, so this kind of men, when you have problem, when you have family issues at home, he will now call on a third person to come involved in his own relationship. That's very bad. Most people do that, and it's not good. You shouldn't involve another person in your private life, in your marriage, or in your relationship. You should be man enough to handle any situation that comes your way, except it now involves life and death. Okay, so if it's just like ordinary argument, you two can just sort it out. But there are some men that even if it's just one small thing, they'll call it. So there are some men who would have the slightest argument, the least something that shouldn't even be a problem, it will be a problem to them, and they will consult a third party in their relationship. Avoid this kind of men, because your marriage is not safe. You don't have any secret in your home, okay? Because the least thing that is keeping your marriage, this man will tell it to his friends, he will tell it to other people that are in his life, okay? So the second one is the mommy's boy. Any man that loves his mom, in fact, it's even adorable to see a man that he loves his mother, okay? So when this kind of feelings is getting too much, that whatever he does is his mom, whatever thing that happens, he will call his mother. Whatever, the slightest argument you have at home, you will call his mother. Look at what my wife said. Look at what my wife is doing. The mother now has 100% right as the wife in the marriage. That is very bad, very bad. I know of a man who bought a car. The car he has, it should be for him, his wife and children. But whenever the mother is around, it's the mom that will be in the front seat of the car. Meanwhile, the wife will be in the back. What kind of husband does that? Even if you are a mommy's boy, you should take control of your family. Do not let your mother to control your home. In most African homes, it's the mother-in-law, the husband's mother, that is actually controlling the family of her son. As a son's family is actually controlling the boy's family, his relationship. So whatever thing that happens, in fact, there are even some African homes where the husband's mom is the one cooking meal for her son. Meanwhile, the wife is there just as if the wife is a stranger. In fact, I don't even know what to say. But it's very, very wrong that you should have a car and your mom will be asking you between the wife and her who will be in the front seat of the car. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? She had her own husband. She has lived her own life. Why intrude in her son's marriage? Why? There are some women, African women, who would not let their son's wife to rest in peace. Will not let them, just because she is married to your son doesn't mean that you should be having 100% conversation, 100% right in whatever they do in their homes. So it's wrong. It's wrong. So please be aware of this kind of men, because the slightest mistake you will do at home, they will call their mom. Mommy, look at what Pretoria did. Mommy, Pretoria said you should not do this. Mommy, Pretoria said she will not cook for me. Mommy, Pretoria said she will not wash house. So it's very wrong when you compare your mom to your wife, okay? So avoid this kind of men, because they will, even when you cook for them, they will say, my mom took nice sweet past, my mother doesn't do it that way, my mother doesn't cook food, my meal this way. Always comparing you to their mother, okay? So just avoid this kind of husband if you know you cannot bear it. And there are also some family members as well, some brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws who will not let their wife to rest in peace in her own home. So when you are about to marry such a person who is so used to his mother or his siblings, and you think that their relationship or their closeness will hinder your marriage, please, if you can't bear it, just back off, because there are some sister-in-laws that are very, very wicked that will not even let you have peace of mind in your marriage, okay? So look out for these ones, okay? There are some sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, mother-in-laws that are very, very wicked that will not let you have peace in your own home. So look out for mommy boys, okay? Then the next one is, in Africa, most men think they are doing a woman favor by getting married to her. Jeez, what on earth? Like how are you doing a lady favor by getting married to her? Marriage is supposed to be based on love and relationship. Did you not love her first before getting married to her? Did you not date? Why then would you think that you are favoring a woman by getting married to her? If any man that sees you as a liability, or that sees you like he's doing you a favor by getting married to you, please just avoid such people, okay? Marriage should be based on love. You are marrying him because you love him, not because he are gaining favor or he's having favor from you. What kind of, I don't even know how to put this. How could any man in his right senses would think that is doing a favor to any lady that he gets married to. Ask her, who does he think he is? Just let them know that he is not doing you any favor, because marriage sometimes it's even a bondage. It will hinder you from doing some things that you are supposed to do. Some marriages are bondage. So the next one, you should never consider marriage with. Okay, don't just think of marrying this kind of person. Is the next person is the man who always thinks of his ex, the man who always talk about his ex like his wife is like this, she has big bum bum, she has big boobs, she's beautiful, she is that, always comparing you to his ex. And if you find out that, if you go deeper into his speech, you will know that this man still loves his ex. He still have feeling, he still has that feelings for her. So if you know that if you get married to this man and you want to be hearing about his ex, continue, because one day he will cheat on you with his ex. There is 100% probability that he will want to meet his ex again and tell her that he missed her and he still wants her back in his life. And as you know, African people are polygamous. They like having, in fact, they are cheats. They like having many wives, many girlfriends and the like. So if you know that you cannot bear something like that, please let him go to his ex and you leave him alone. Okay, tell him to go continue his ex relationship, so you have your own time to search for another better person that will always be talking about you and not another person. Okay, so avoid this kind of men that always talk about their ex, how beautiful the ex was, how chubby, how voluptuous our buttocks is. So please avoid this kind of men, because you'll be heartbroken in the end, because it is possible that he will be going behind you to meet his ex. All right, so the next one is, so the next man to not consider in marriage is the man who doesn't have an ambition. In fact, somebody without dreams is a dead person. All right, so even a baby, everybody has their dreams. Even a baby knows what he wants to become in the future. If a man is above 30 and he's still not sure of where he's heading to, my dear, you need to think twice before considering marriage, because the man is the head of his home, of his family, and if he's not directing his life into a particular path, if he doesn't know what direction he wants to lead his life to, how do you know that he could lead his family in the right direction? Any man without an ambition is a dead man. So please do not marry an unambitious person, because he go take it. The next man is the abusive man. There are some men who talks more than women, who talks more than ladies. They can still sit one place and abuse you verbally. Okay, so if they don't know that most times this their verbal abuse gives a woman this emotional trauma and makes her feel bad. Okay, they could insult you in a way. Some men don't even have that repulse or that remorse of abuse. Some men would abuse you, abuse your parents, your siblings, your other ones without regression, as in they don't regret doing whatsoever they do with you. Please, if you can take it, it's good for you, but if you cannot, please, it's a bad thing to do to a man. It's a bad thing to marry someone who will not respect you, who will not respect your feelings, someone that could insult your parents, your siblings, your family without thinking twice. Okay, so these are kind of men with, I don't know what to call. So just avoid getting married to these people. I don't want to make this video too long, but in case I stop here, please, this is all I have to say in this video, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. Thanks. So I'll be coming back with the next ones. All right, I'll be continuing this very video. I'll make it part A, part 2, part 3, part 4. All right, so this is what I have to say in this video for now. Until tomorrow, I will upload the next aspect of this video. Thank you. Thanks for being here.